battle of history, Roman versus Muslims. This chapter of history can never be forgotten. Against 200,000 Romans, there stood only 3,000 Muslims, and yet the Romans were weakened. How did this happen? Come, let us tell you the story from history.
The Battle of Muta took place in 629 CE, 8 AH. This was not a sudden or meaningless fight, but a necessary response to a serious international violation. Prophet Muhammad sent his envoy Harith bin Umayr al-Azda to deliver a diplomatic message to the governor of Busra. At that time, killing a diplomat was considered equivalent to declaring war throughout the world. When the Muslim envoy was on his mission, the Ghassani Arab governor Shurabil stopped him and killed him. Even the Romans, Byzantines themselves generally did not kill envoys. Therefore, politically and logically, this was an act for which a response was unavoidable. Otherwise, in the future, the lives of Muslim envoys would not remain safe. In response to this incident, the Prophet prepared an army of 3,000 soldiers. At that time, it was the largest military expedition for the Muslims because it was the early period of Islam. The purpose of this mission was not to occupy any territory, but to defend international principles and make it clear that the killing of an envoy would not be tolerated. Knowing that the confrontation could be with the Roman army or their allies, the Prophet wisely appointed 3 commanders in order. First, Zayd bin Haritha, Ray. If he was martyred, then Jafar bin Abi Talib, R.A. And after him, Abdullah bin Rawaha, R.A. This decision was very wise so that there would be no gap in leadership during the battle. Before reaching the battlefield, the morale of the Muslims was already high. One major reason was that they had previously won battles in their tribal conflicts that seemed impossible to win. On one occasion, only 313 Muslims faced more than 1,000 warriors from another Makkan tribe, yet the Muslims were victorious. Similarly, another time 700 Muslims fought against 3,000 fighters and still achieved success. These victories continued to boost their morale. Most importantly, the Muslims showed such respect for the command of Prophet Muhammad that they were willing to sacrifice their lives. When the Muslim army approached Muta, they learned that the opposing force, which included Roman soldiers and their Ghassani